So now we come to a kind of underrated Kingdom Hearts game, in my opinion. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. This was the second Kingdom Hearts game that was released on the DS, and was a kind of a split between fans. And when I say split, I don't mean they said it was bad. They all sort of said it was good, but they were kind of mixed on a few things in it, like the gameplay in it, that either make people say they really like the gameplay or they really dislike it. Honestly, it kind of went down the middle when it came to mainly just the core gameplay in it. But before I get into that, I want to go over the story again. So, the story, like I always talk about with these games, it, of course, again, opens up with an amazing opening scene again, right with the opening credits. And this one is actually set after Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, it's set after the scene where everyone returns where they belong, but it's set just before the after credit scene of that game. That scene took place like 1 year after the actual ending of that game, and this is just showing us what happened in between that 1 year, where it talking about Jimmy's journal and how something weird is kind of going on with it. In case I didn't mention it before, Jimmy Cricket from Pinocchio is a major player. Well, I wouldn't say that exactly, but he's actually with Story Guardian do the sort of talking with them and just sort of helping them and just sort of just sort of keeping track of their adventures in his journals and how he was actually more he was more no he was given a bit more to do in Kingdom Hearts in memory and he always getting inside of story code. That's where he's always been. But now that they're all back in Disney past, so he's looking through all his journals, and in one of the journals, he's seeing a mysterious message in it that he's seeing a mysterious message in it that saying their person will be mentioned when you return to the end of it. He shows this to Tin Misty and along with John Goofy, Chip and Dale, and they suggest that using some kind of special machine to scan the journal might work, but something is going on with the machine and the journal, showing that something really kind of going on with the different worlds inside the journal. So they decide to add a data version of Sora from the journal to sort of go through this journal inside the computer to sort of see what's going on around here. Yeah, in a way you should almost kind of say that that the whole game takes place inside Jimmy's journal. I know it might sound kind of weird, but honestly, if you just play the game yourself, you'll know exactly what I mean. So yeah, let's go over those two problems that we just talking about. Honestly, yeah, for some people, I sort of agree with what they're saying when they say they have problems with this game, and probably the main problem people have with this game in particular is the platforming. Yeah, in the first Kingdom Hearts game, the platforming wasn't exactly the best. But here, yeah, the platforming is really, really bad. Especially in the system sector part where you have to like go into these little pieces of wall where the sort of red things will be in the wall and you have to sort of go into them and you'll be in this humongous blue or red section where you have to do certain objective and you have to place wages on them with these points that you get. And yeah, these things in particular can be really annoying. Like, can be really annoying. Like just by how many there are, and just from the fact that some of them are really, really hard. And especially given the fact that when you work, you can say that you work really hard on one of them and you get a lot of points, and then some really unfair bot comes along, like the heartless, the eliminator, and the system check, and is really not fair. That thing can destroy you like crazy, and it has so much rank to it, and if it has to, it can cause you lose a lot of points, and it can just kill you really quickly. And they're supposed to be like the defender's heartless, and this thing is just way too strong. Sure, you can be hit and it doesn't kill you instantly, but still, you lose a lot of XP points whenever it attacks you, like I said. Another problem I have with I never with the game is the leveling up. Is the leveling up because wow, honestly, like I've had this game ever since it came out, and I've been playing with it ever since then, and I've only gotten to level 35. I know that might sound bad on my part, but in all honesty, the amount of hard work and experience you have to get in order to actually level up with to level up in this game is honestly just way too ridiculous. And a lot of the objectives in the world here are also hard to figure out on your own. Especially whenever you're in Wonderland. Now now that objective, and now that we have that, yeah, honestly, the objective in things like Wonderland can be really annoying, especially when you have to try to not beat bosses in some parts, or whenever you have to like go anywhere, and it might give you a hint of where to go, but honestly, it can just get really annoying to try to figure out it. Really, like if you're just wandering around aimlessly and you don't really know where exactly you're going. So now that we have the negatives out of the way, let's go to some of the good stuff now. But Dory, of course, being part of the Kingdom Hearts story, is always going to be horrific. The fighting, while some isn't great, honestly, yeah, like I said, some of the actual fight scenes can get kind of annoying, especially again in the system section. But honestly, just the actual gameplay whenever you're just fighting away, like just fighting Heartless regularly, like just doing that thing whenever you're just sort of around like that. Actually, and is pretty is yeah, all of that outside of the system section part are pretty fun when it is. And the clips are honestly pretty good too, especially when you realize that what's going on is that the real King Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Jimmy are actually inside the journalist show too. Yeah, again, my might sound really weird, but again, like I said, just play the game and you'll know exactly what I mean. And this game also introduced one of my favorite Keyblade in the whole series, the Zero One Keyblade. Not only is it my favorite in this game, but it's also one of my favorite Keyblades in the series. Maybe just because, yeah, it's the one you get at the end, so it's really strong and it's really cool to look at. It's also really cool to see the different worlds in a different way. And what I mean by that is you're sort of going to some of the same worlds that you were in Kingdom Hearts 1. There's really only like a few, like really only just one that wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 1 Path of Oblivion, but the rest, yeah, they were all in Kingdom Hearts 1 in the first game. But yeah, but I like going to each different world, and some of the actual objectives, when they're not being kind of annoying and kind of being too hard to try to do. But I do like it when they have to do different things like finding different, like when you have to find a character's object that they thought and then give it to them and then they'll give you something in return. But I also like the other things, like in Agrabah when you have to hack Iago and then other things like whenever you're in Olympic Coliseum and you're doing this sort of the kind of different Final Fantasy fights in Yada where you're sort of going up different floors and whenever you're fighting in a Heartless you're sort of doing like boom, like you sort of set a hat for your character because in Olympic Coliseum you can actually get Cloud and Hercules to join your party and you sort of set their attacks on the enemy like sort of Final Fantasy style and yeah that can be kind of fun. I mean I think that part does kind of drag on a little too long in my opinion but it's still kind of fun. And I also do like the different bosses that the different bosses like whenever you defeat the main boss in each world you can just go into your attack and you can fight that boss again. And yeah, that can be really fun. I actually love the Jay Harambe fight at the very end. I already said that I think that is my favorite game, fight in the whole game. And the voice cast is still amazing as always. And I like the tie-in at the very end where we see what his Mickey actually said in that letter that he sent to Sora and the others at the during the after credit scene of Kingdom Hearts 2. I like how that was implemented into the game. I know this might sound kind of confusing if you haven't played any of the games so far, but yeah, I like how if you are a fan, then it was nice to sort of get tie-ins like that. And I especially love at the just before the credits of this game, you're sort of given a scene where Jason Sora and his Mickey are meeting Jason Nominee, who was talking about how Roxas actual the real nominee, Keon, Ben, and Auckland Terra are inside Sora's heart and he needs to set them free. And that was really nice. And I like the secret ending beyond that where it ties in the Dream Drop Gift and it talking about the return of Jay and North. And honestly, I think that was really exciting for people who saw it back then, especially when you hear what Jen did actually said to him Mickey about how Sora and how now Sora and Rita were gonna go through the mark of mastery again um the way Aqua and Terra did. That was really cool. And even with those small problems out of the way, like I just mentioned, I still find the game kind of underrated because I don't really think it's as bad as some people say it is. I actually do think it's enjoyable just beyond those things I mentioned. And I don't know, it kind of, yeah, it is underrated, but some other parts of why I think it's underrated is kind of hard to explain. But really, overall, I do really think that this is another great game, great Kingdom Hearts game. Again, not flawless, but still really yeah, enjoyable. And so everyone, that's my review of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think. And I'll see you next time. Take care.